Hello, everyone, and welcome to my weekly meltdowns coverage of Big Brother. Whoa, I just moved. Big Brother 24 premiere episode recap.
We have lots of potty talk to get into.
I just want to say, for the record, hello, Valencia, and there. Let me, this would have been the season that I get on Big Brother, and I'm in a gosh damn porta pot covered in blue shit. I'm telling you that this would have been it.
As soon as I saw the porta potties,
and I would have gotten the backstage.
As soon as I saw the porta potties, I was like, Allison's gonna have a field day talking about this on the premiere.
I was giggling because I know what a number 3 is.
What is a number? What is that?
I gotta do a number 1 and a number 2.
That's a number 1. 3? That's everything coming out at once out of your butthole. Okay.
I have so many follow-up questions, but I'm not going to risk losing.
We don't have to do that on air. Hello, welcome everyone. We've got Andrew, Jackie B, and Tyler with us. Guys, welcome in the chat. Like I said, Valencia, Karen Blue, Caitlin, Joseph Posa, Adrian. Guys, I think we had a little live watch beforehand, and I think Andrew brought up a good point. We don't like the live move-ins. I pretty much look, if you're going to do a live move-in, it needs to be like Big Brother OTT, and it'd be 4 hours long. Okay, this we didn't really get anything.
At least, while they're walking to their porta potties, can we get some background music or something? We on StreamYard right now can start playing royalty-free music. So I know it's possible for them to just slap some music in there while they're walking. It's just so quiet and empty and awkward. And Julie Chen's going, "Put on your goggles." That's not a line you hear often at porta potties. I hope.
Make sure you have them goggles on tight. Shut up, Julie. Why don't you get in here and tighten my goggles?
I will say there was a lot of splash on that. That porta potty hit. I mean, it hit pretty hard.
Yes, it did.
Yes, and that pink blazer is forever ruined, which I'm thankful
purple.
For.
It's now purple because blue and red make purple.
So before we get too much into tonight's episode, and I mentioned this in our little pre-show a little bit, but I want to talk about, obviously, we were missing someone from the cast today, right? We got the news last night that Marvin was out, and John, I think, is the one that replaced Joseph is the one that replaced him. So I have this new theory, and this comes from me doing a game show, The Hustler. We saw Joseph still had a package where he got his fake key. He did all of these different things. Now, what a lot of people might not have known is when I did The Hustler, there were 5 people that competed, but they flew 7 of us out for each specific episode. Mm-hmm. And we did not know who was the alternate and who was playing until 10 minutes before we actually took the stage. And so my theory on this is when they're in sequester, they don't know if they're alternate or they're playing. And he went through the process thinking he was playing, and going into tonight, he never knew he was an alternate.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure that Claire has stated that she didn't know that she was an alternate either, and she had an intro package filmed and everything. It makes sense, right? If you were told during the finals of the casting process, they're oh, by the way, you're probably not on the show, let's be real, unless somebody gets COVID or you're on America's Got Talent secretly. One of those things, you're gonna have a little less wind in your sail, a little less energy being filmed in the intro packages and stuff. So I understand why. It's just it's weird.
And mentally wise, to find out 12 hours, 24 hours before you're supposed to go in that you're now going in, you're at a disadvantage because these people have been mentally preparing for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But I don't think he ever knew. And I didn't know that Claire had confirmed that. But from my experience, I think that they fly to 14. Now, I do know that for BBOTT, they did know they were alternates. Because I know someone that was an alternate and went to the hotel, and Allison knows someone that was an alternate that went to the hotel and knew she was an alternate the whole time she was there.
Who is it?
I'll put it in the private chat because I don't want to.
Oh, I think I know, but yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry to brain fart.
Well, yeah. So that's it's interesting, but yes, we do have Joseph now instead of Martin, and to update the draft officially for us here. So Andrew, Marvin is now gone from your team. I'm sorry. He joins Christy in the Mount Rushmore of people that were taken out last night in the casting process.
She was all relevant last night, wasn't she, Christy?
Right.
Yes, her cameo price went up $25 last night.
Wow. And now it's 4 weeks. 4 weeks to get to you.
Yep. So Andrew, so you now have Joseph. So that's our draft update. But
I don't hate it.
Allison, take it away. I need your thoughts
know where
on
we're
this
going
live finale.
because first of all, I just want to point out that my winner pick is the first HOH, Daniel, which we're laughing because how ironic that a musician would get a competition where he has to put together like a roadie put together gear. And I thought it was funny. And then, of course, my butthole was twitching because I thought that there was a chance that Turner was going to be HOH. I was like, and but I will say, Pooch getting the backstage pass and the way he picked the people, I do like. However, I don't like that it's all women, and that's going to come back and bite him on the poochie. You know what I'm saying?
He had a chance. Like he had a chance to not make that happen because the jewelry competition didn't have like a last place finisher. So he said, "All right, I need somebody from that group," and he picked Brittany in particular, which I'm very sad about. And I will be giving all 10 of my votes to her.
Yeah, I definitely everyone vote for Brittany.
Yes, please.
We know who Andrew's voting for, but we're voting for Brittany.
So yeah. hold on. I believe it or not, I have to disagree with Allison here. Because Allison says that she likes the way he picked the people, but hates that it was all females. I hate it because basically here's the logic you're using. You're saying, and the part of the twist is let's sit 3 people out of competitions. Let's make 3 people not be able to play and not be able to compete. And what do? You take the 3 people that just proved they were the worst in competitions and sat them out. What impact does that have?
But in the situation that he was in on the first night, your back's against the wall. That's the kind of decision you're probably going to make. It's not like it's week 3 and this was brought up. I mean, this is the easy way out. And you want to not ruffle feathers because
it's very diplomatic.
Why did you pick me? I did great. It's just, I don't know.
Let me disclaimer a couple things real quick before I get into ripping tonight's episode to shreds.
Love that.
I do not take tonight as a prediction of how well or how bad this season is going to be.
Oh no,
right?
no.
I do not think I don't hate the cast. I like more of them than I thought I would. I love Terrence after his video package tonight. And there's more people that I did enjoy. But this episode was one of the worst things. And I'm not excited about this twist, which is going to lead me to a question for Tyler here in just a second. But this is not a predictor, and don't turn off your TVs yet. This does not mean this is going to be a bad season. I'm not saying this is going to be a good season, but the live move-in was boring. It's just boring. There's no other way to put it. I'd rather an edited video package. I'd rather editing manipulation at this point than the hour and a half I just wasted watching this episode. The challenges, the porta potty challenge I didn't hate. The piercing challenge was the dumbest thing I think I've ever watched in the history of Big Brother from a challenge standpoint.
Not the potty talk, but the jewelry one.
The jewelry. Let's put.
We had our pick of the litter for shitty, literally competitions tonight.
Crap.
Yeah, and I mean, how do you go from the porta pot to putting jewelry on your face? Shouldn't everyone be covered in some kind of shit?
Mm. And no, I don't hate the cast. I don't. But and then on top of that, we get this twist that's like, let's now do a double penetration backdoor instead of a single penetration backdoor, and let's make it a number 3 backdoor, and let's do it based on first impressions only. And I'm just like, but my question for Tyler and for everyone, is this a repeating twist? Are we gonna have this for the next 4 weeks?
I just it doesn't make sense to me. And like Big Brother US, like so Allison Grodner, like she literally says like on the record she does not like BB Can's production and she thinks that it's like way over the top. But yet we deal with like this type of shit. I feel like they're so scared to like just trust their cast and just have a good solid premiere without all of this. I keep saying the word shit and I keep thinking about the potty talk competition, but that's what I mean though. Yeah, exactly. Just all of this extra, like it feels like junk food going down. You know what I mean? It's just so bizarre. Like I would love to like have just like a 10-minute conversation with like the people that are making these decisions and being like, what the hell are you thinking? I feel dumber having watched that episode. And it's all a pacing problem. Like, why didn't they just bring all 16 people out into the backyard, like all together and say, all right, guys, there's 3 stations of 5, go to one, and whoever is the odd one out, like musical chair style, gets the pass, because that would kind of help somebody that's maybe like a little underdog situation right off the bat, bad first impression, keeps them safe for the week. And then we don't have just like all of this like filler of like scanning these stupid fake tickets, which wasn't even randomized to begin with. Like that was definitely a production whoopsie. The first group was all in the porta pots.
Yeah, I was bitching about that because what a shocker. So like every person ends up in the porta pot. So well, then everybody's in the merch and then everybody's in the piercing tent. Really? Like did these tickets even have their names on it? Did their tickets have them? It's so rigged. That was rigged.
I just think it's sloppy.
And you know what
messy.
What bothers me about this Backstage Boss twist is they actually have a good twist here. In the America voting to giving a hidden immunity idol basically at eviction night. And that is such a good twist of the aspect of put all 16 people up there and let America vote in the first 24 hours before we even know who wins HOH as to who's going to get this hidden immunity idol that's going to be safe that nobody's going to know until eviction night. Like that twist is so good, but it's so muddled and lost in this Backstage Boss BS that it's just like it's an afterthought. We're voting just someone we want safe, but we don't even realize this is somebody that won't know they're safe until the last night.
Daniel is going to nominate Brittany and who else? And Paloma. I'm telling you, he's going to take the easy way out. Everybody's taking the easy way out. Pooch took the easy way out. They're going to take the easy way out in the beginning, and those 2 are going to get nominated. Brittany's going to be safe, and they're going to announce it probably on eviction night next week, and he's going to have to put up a replacement nominee. It's going to be Alyssa.
Wait, but
this is not going to be shock.
Andrew, can you like I was setting up StreamYard during the last 5 minutes of the show, so I didn't really hear the full explanation of like so these people that he picked cannot be nominated, but somehow can still.
No, they can be nominated.
Yeah, only Pooch can't be nominated.
They cannot play in HOH. They cannot play in HOH. They cannot play in veto. They cannot vote. And they can be nominated. The only person that cannot be nominated is Pooch. So this is literally a backdoor before the veto's even played because they can't play in the veto. But I guess their people could be picked, which my big question on this is going to come into the fact that, okay, so HOH and the 2 noms are your veto players and you play up to 6. So if he nominates 2 people that can't play in the veto, are we doing 5 random draws?
I guess so. We have some confusion in the chat. They're saying that they can't be nominated, but they can.
No, they can be nominated.
They
100%.
They have all the perks that Pooch has, except they can be nominated. They can't compete in anything, not even POV. All the perks, except they can be nominated. But they can compete in next week's HOH, right?
Yeah.
Jackie,
She did
please help
mention
me out
that.
here. What's happening?
Look, shit, I don't remember. They were talking so fast at the end, and my eyes started to glaze over because I had to take a breath for a minute because when Pooch said blue dress, both Taylor and Brittany were standing next to each other, and we had to decipher which blue dress. And then he was like, Brittany. I don't know if that's really
hilarious.
what he meant, but that scared me for a moment. So I'm glad America will vote for Brittany. But
okay, so I found the text from Jokers.
Cool.
Yes,
Okay. Julie confirms Pooch has the power to send 3 other house guests backstage. The 3 picks will not take part in any comps, will not vote this week. However, they, unlike him, are not safe from being evicted.
Okay.
So they can be nominated.
And they can compete next week's HOH.
They can compete in next week's HOH because But so it is a straight, you are basically
defenseless.
Shut up and creek without a paddle, can't do anything to save yourself except play a social game. Now, what I was hoping,
kind of like old BB style. Once you're nominated, no POV, no nothing.
When I was hoping when they were doing this whole backstage and all of this, I thought they were going to take Pooch from the house for the week and put him backstage, like put him where
turn him into a robot.
Yeah, that's
Sam.
That's there. I don't know.
What's the point of this, you guys? What is the point of this twist in the first week?
I don't know, but this is great. BB. They can compete next week unless they're voted out. Yes, thank you, BB. Exactly.
I had texted Kim Matina saying this twist is garbage, and her response to me was, reminds me of Camp Comeback. I don't see the comparison. I think it's worse than Camp Comeback.
I do see it. Because Jackson won that HOH, and of course he nominated all the POCs, and they had to battle to get back in the house, and the winner of that competition, I guess, got to stay.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So that's how David Alexander became famous.
Your like the things that you remember from certain seasons of Big Brother always fascinate me because like I feel like I'm like an encyclopedia of like stupid knowledge for this show, but like I could not tell you what Camp Comeback was or who won that HOH.
Oh, listen, I know everything there is to know about absolutely nothing.
Well, two things. One, the only reason she remembers that is because what's his name, Michael, pointed out that first HOH winners are likely or odd of winning the game. So she remembered that Jackson won the season, he won the first HOH. But second, I'm also going to kind of, and I know this is hard to believe, but I'm going to devil advocate something Allison said earlier. Allison, I know it's so hard to believe. Allison said that she feels that he will take the easy way and nominate these 2 people, or 2 of the 3. I kind of disagree and think he's going to take the political way and say, hey, look, I'm not going to play this way. I'm not going to put you up, and try to play the nice guy and say, to me, those 3 people are safe. I don't feel it's right to do this. And he's going to be a little more political in the standpoint of it. He
could go the route of, look, they're not threats. They fell first. Let's keep them. And look, and I get that. And I'm just saying from past 22 years of watching this shit, I'm just saying that a lot of the first HOHs, with the exception of Frenchie and some others, take the easy because they don't want to ruffle feathers right away. Now, this is when Daniel's got to back up what he said in his video. I'm here to play. I've been watching this since episode 1. I'm ready to do this. Let's see you do it. Let's see some crazy gameplay. Let's do it. Week 1, let's go. Let's set the tone for the whole season. I don't want a bunch of little pussies in there afraid to do anything. You want $750,000? Play the game.
Period. I hope I'm correct when we talk about this next week, but I feel like we saw tonight, like when he realized he was like really close to winning, I think we saw him like have that exact thought, Allison, of like, wait, am I about to like actively win this competition? Do I want this? Am I going to go with this? Like, am I going to really set this season off in the right way? I'm watching you, Daniel. You better. What? None of your
Daniel's been
business.
preparing his whole life to take out a belly dancer. It's true.
Jackie B, you've been a little quiet. What are your thoughts on the craziness of tonight?
I do agree that this was a pretty boring, pretty filled episode with just nonsense. I think we could have gotten rid of the entire piercing challenge. We could have did just 2 teams of 8 doing the porta potty and doing the merch.
We put everyone in the porta potty.
Yeah, put everybody in the porta potty. I feel like those 2 challenges are more like Big Brother challenges. This whole put the earrings on, it felt like Double Dare or something from the 90s. It didn't feel like
for real.
Yeah, it didn't feel like a Big Brother competition. I'm putting these random piercings on my face, and you saw that what was his name? He couldn't get the last one on. Turner. That just pissed me off for him. Not that I want him to win that, but he should know how to do that. He should know how to put on fake jewelry on his eyebrow, but it just felt like one of those useless skills. It didn't feel like anything that we would ever see again in Big Brother. That if this was a tester challenge, we can throw this away. I didn't want that.
Oh wait, Joseph said something. Listen, I hate being negative, guys, but this premiere was awful. I was like, yes, I think I fell asleep for 2 seconds. I don't know.
It is past your bedtime.
Yes.
I do have to point out the most entertaining part for me tonight was from Kyle's video package of the fact that he has gotten so much political hate for his stances and his beliefs. And then they do his video package and they show a Capitol building like that looks like the White House and like the Washington DC. And I'm like, what are you doing? Like, look at Twitter. They don't like him because of this. And literally they like flashlighted that. And then they cover him in blue paint. Like, Kyle, that moment of
that was hilarious.
And he was to quote Julie Chen, he was butt first ready for that blue paint. We saw him he was trying to get for it.
And the dancing and the white guy dancing in the video was just so good. I'm like, Jesus, this guy's my second pick, but not my fault, because if you guys go back and watch the draft, this turd right here.
Allison, I don't want to hear it. My first pick in the draft said that she's up for a showmance. She my all-star is like, if a showmance happens, I'm okay with it. I'm like, what the are we doing?
Also, I had no idea that he's 29 years old. Like, that is 1 year younger than me. That is way too old to be acting like an 18-year-old on TikTok.
Who, Kyle?
And living in your parents' basement.
Yes. Well,
no, he's living with his 2 roommates.
His elderly
roommates that live upstairs.
Oh yeah. Let's see. Let's talk about the intro packages some more, because we saw some different things than like our first impressions. Like I remember like when we were talking about Jasmine, we were saying she I think I said she was like a New Orleans like real estate agent. They saw her we saw her like coming up on a 4-wheeler and like herding some cattle and everything. Like I didn't expect her to be like that country. Farmer girl, get her hands like dirty. Honey Boo Boo. Yeah, exactly.
Honey Boo Boo.
Do you watch Honey Boo Boo?
Hell no, absolutely
not.
Then
why do you associate somebody who's Southern with freaking Honey Boo Boo?
Because my family is from the deep south of Georgia, so I know
they are not as deep south as I am, and I resent.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. There was never mind. I don't want to complete that sentence. Another thing that I'm really on Mormon watch this season with Kyle. Also, he did say that he grew up in a very religious house, so. I'm telling you, I think that he's Mormon, but they just know the. Oh, he did?
Yeah, he said he grew up Mormon, and he's not Mormon anymore. So he's on that.
Oh, I didn't hear him say that he's
pretty crazy, like Julie from New Orleans Homecomings.
There's a lot of Mormons.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm openly out away from Mormonism.
Well, I mean, it's both casting by Paramount, so I wouldn't be surprised if like. Julie kind of inspired, and there's like a shit ton of like Mormon documentaries out there right now. So yes. I wouldn't be surprised if like that's like a big reason they went with him over like say another like TikTok influencer, you know?
Well, Julie would have played.
She would have what?
Julie would have played. Like I'm talking real world New Orleans Julie. Like she would have put the Lululemon on and walked through that house.
God, those fucking pants. Have you seen
I would
the
love to see Julie on this season.
But I do agree with you, Tyler. And this is weird. I'm arguing with Allison and agreeing with Tyler that I thought Jasmine's her stock went up for me a little bit tonight, especially from watching that video package. I also have titled this, and I wrote this note, and me and Jackie said it during the live watch, BB24 season of accents, because I feel like the accents are everywhere.
Thick.
Hello, why? This would have been perfect for me.
And I will say, as much as based on video packages that her stock went up, even though her stock was already right here, Indy's stock went way down for me based on that video package.
You know, just fun fact, we did a brain steal simulation of Big Brother 24 for an after show for patrons last night. Indy won. Indy was our winner.
Nope.
And I said last night, watch, she's going to be the total opposite.
She was a cop queen. She won like 4 HOHs and 4 vetoes. Like she was on fire in that.
She reminds me of JC. Like she said, she was funny and Brazilian.
That's a great comparison.
Yeah, she reminds me. She said she's funny and Brazilian. So I see her as like
Portuguese.
Thank you. And so, but I feel like she's going to find these loyalties. And like these real bonds with people, and they're the same way we just loved JC.
I could see that, and he was a very good player in Big Brother. Actually, she did mention that she's a huge fan of Big Brother Brazil. It's not the same format as BBUS and BBCAN. Like Big Brother in the rest of the world is not like HOH and veto. It's basically just like popularity contest where people vote for their favorites all season and watch them pick their nose. But at least she has like some knowledge of Big Brother. So another one whose stock like remained super down for me was Nicole. And I'll tell you the moment I was like, yep, is when she had Derek Levasseur on her TV and she was like standing him sitting on the couch. It was bizarre and inappropriate, and I don't want to
inappropriate.
How is it inappropriate?
I'm telling you, she is going to ruin the season. I'm watching for it.
I also would be remiss if I didn't point out that in Michael's intro package, Jake Sparks, a very prominent orger, was in the Jenga game at the end. And so I was really excited to see him. Fun story about him. I actually was on a cruise with my wife, and he was working the cruise ship, and we were waiting in line to go into the theater, and he was watching an episode of Sequester. And I walk up and I'm like, hey, can you rewind that a little bit? Does that voice sound familiar? It was me. So it was kind of fun to see that. So I met Jake and then we met up later in the org community. So yeah, Jake was in Michael's intro package. So that was cool for me to see tonight.
Oh, that's cool. I was pretty impressed with him. Like I thought he would be. I was happy to see him like get that close to winning that endurance competition as well. And I thought of Allison when he said in that like little video montage at the end, he said he's a cat dad of 3, and then he went on to name like all 3 of his cats.
He's got his babies, all 3 his little babies. Well, I got 4. Well, 3.5. Lily's 19, and she doesn't know, and I don't either anymore.
I'm pretty happy with Amira's first impression. She's from my hometown, so I'm going to be rooting for her all season. But I liked what I saw so far. Didn't she say in her video that she works for Google? Yes. So that's different than being like a content creator, unless you're creating content for Google, in which I don't think you would be in Carroll County if you're designing for something as big as Google. I'm worried that she's gonna play too like gentle and like soft spoken. Is like my only concern. Like even her energy is like when she was like standing there for like the 4 people outside the house. It was very like timid and like you know, like I need to see a little more scrap from you, Amira. So I'm watching out for that too.
I do have to also point out we do have a live feed countdown timer on Paramount Plus.
Cool.
Yes, you're welcome. I paid for that. For those of you who don't know, I've been funding Paramount Plus when it was CBS All Access starting in 2005. I pay for no commercials,
but you still get commercials.
But I get them. Sometimes the commercials don't even show up. It's a black screen, but I can hear the commercials. It's a shit show. But anyway. Yeah, so I don't know,
really
guys.
Not much else to say.
There's not much to say, and I'm sorry. This is what happens when you do the live move-in. You get this, and like I said, let's roll back the live move-in. Let's just go right into it. Let's edit the shit out of it. I'm all for it. Let's just do it. And
have a live audience there, too.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's time to bring the live audience back. It's time.
But I will say, as much as I don't like the live move-in, I don't want to revert back to where they've already been in the house like 7 days. Like, there's a happy medium there where, like, you could have done the move-in yesterday and given me something better than you did today. But then when I tune into the live feeds tonight, I haven't missed but 24 hours, right? Like, there's a happy medium there that I think we're missing. I don't need because it used to be almost like a week. They moved in a week, almost 5-6 days before the premiere episode. And so I feel like I don't want to revert back to that, but what we've got now is not working.
That's a good point, Andrew, is like if these awkward live move-ins give us night one feeds, then I'll support them staying. Ultimately, it's a production problem. Like, they just can't seem to get the pacing right. At least all the doors were properly unlocked this year. Unlike, remember when they had the have-not room door locked? They had them go all the way upstairs, and they're like, oh, it's locked. House guests, go back downstairs.
Almost like move them in this morning.
Yeah, exactly.
This could have happened earlier today. It didn't have to happen, you know.
That's what BB Can does. It's like whenever they say it's like a live show, it's really filmed like a few hours before, just so they can like tighten it up a little bit instead of it just being so damn awkward.
And you know, my favorite thing every year, I say the fake key reveal. The fake ass key reveal. Like, wow, there's a whole camera crew here. Don't you think your key's going to be in there? I know it's a pet peeve, and I know they do it on purpose, but nothing compares to the first couple of seasons when they did the real key reveal, and it was fun. It was fun. And then I'm supposed to believe that you're packing in the next 5 minutes to be gone for 3 months when you got to get your bills under control. You got to give people your login and your phone because you got the 2-step authentication login.
Authorization?
Yeah, that's what I say.
Authentication.
Oh, well, we have new words. Okay, don't judge me because what's our new word that we came up with last night during the Patreon only thing? Poder? Not Poder.
Oh, yeah, Veter?
Veter.
Power Veter?
We're paying the power of Vader, and that came from Beth. Not me.
Power Veter.
I also want to say, if you're going to do it live and you're not going to pre-edit something, don't give me these stupid canned 2 days ago confessionals. Like, I don't need to hear them and repeat what they said in their video package while they're walking around the house. No.
It's all such a script, though, Andrew. Like the diary room is so damn scripted, and like they try to make it less scripted nowadays by showing Daniel like pausing for a moment and crying, being like, I can't believe I'm here. Also, those chandeliers are going to get knocked at some point during the live eviction. I guarantee you those are going to be gone in a few weeks. But like they try to like be like, look, we're being so much like more real and like uncut footage, like that type of thing. But then it like it'll slowly turn into. So I walked out into the backyard and to like introduce like every single damn competition. It's bizarre. But Allison, I was going to ask you, like since we're talking about our like key reveals, what would your key reveal be?
Oh, good God.
My key reveal would be in my kitty litter box. I'd be scooping the cat litter. Oh, it's a key. Let me shake this turd off. It's a key. Yeah, that would be my key reveal, cat turd. Or I pull it out of my grandson's diaper.
Or I know, I just figured out your key reveal. You would go next door to be Karen to your neighbor, and he was jackhammering, and underneath his jackhammer is the key with your name on it. And you're so pissed off at him, but so excited you have the key at the same time that we're getting this.
Guess who's not jackhammering today?
Love that. I was picturing like a Waffle House server, like bringing you a plate of waffles.
Okay, you know what? Yeah,
and
sure.
the key
Why
is
not?
like between the two waffles. Like you go to put syrup on it, and you like pick up one of the waffles, and the key's right there.
Yeah, I wouldn't have guessed with
Jackie.
all the cameras in a Waffle House.
Jackie, I need to know what your key reveal would be.
Honestly, I think
That's a great question.
it would probably be like deep in a toy bin or something, or deep in a pot of something that I cooked. I got that housewife mentality. So it'd be like shake it off, bowl of chili. Oh, here, yay! Oh, it tastes good, garlic.
Would you have to like wait for it to not be steaming hot though? Like I don't want you to like burn your hands. When you're, like,
I
trying to
burn
take-
my tongue on tea every day, so no
Okay,
taste
that's
buds.
fair.
I don't feel it.
Andrew, what about you?
Mine would be it would be something students' classroom, like me doing a competition or like speaking or giving a practice speech and having a student show the key, or it would be something around that, I'm sure.
I see. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
What about you, Tyler?
I would probably like be opening my camera bag to start a photo shoot, and it's like right there, like inside my camera bag or something.
Yeah, mine's way better than all y'all.
Oh, yours is the best, Allison. But Tyler, I think yours would be the same aspect, but like you're shooting and they pull it out from behind their back, or like you shoot the key accidentally. But yeah, it would definitely.
That would be cool. That'd be cool.
I want to
But,
add the visual.
But
for
the best
Allison.
part, hold on. We've got to do one more. We've got to do one more. Because she chose not to participate this season, that doesn't mean we can't include her. What would Beth's key reveal be? It would be the fan. She pops open the fan, and the key is there.
That's true. She's like, whoosh, and then the key just like blacks her in the face. I love it.
She has some neighbors that live in an apartment complex across from her that have sex with the window wide open, and she's caught them several times, and they would probably
They're
be
just
like
holding
up
the key
against
on
it
there.
with the key.
You know, this is a really fucking. I feel
Oh
like we
my
should
God.
do an episode of this, but like do it with Survivor contestants, and what would their key reveal be from seasons of this is
Or the
fun.
challenge.
Yeah.
I would have watched this for an hour and a half instead of watching the crap that I just watched.
Right? Instead of Terrence being like, I like mayonnaise. Like, what the hell was that? Like
Why?
that montage.
I like mayonnaise. I
His-
bet you do, bitch.
His tank was on empty at that point.
Yeah, much like all of us. Too many rounds of potty talk. But we before we sign off, we do have some breaking news here from Joseph Boza. Julie from the Real World is on HGTV's House Hunters looking for a house. In Wisconsin.
I've got to find this episode.
All
I
we've got to,
will
all you got to
definitely
do is
be
look at
watching
it. Do a search for it, and I swear it'll be the latest episode.
We will be covering this episode of House Hunters on My Weekly Meltdown.
We should. That should be like a Patreon, like a watch party type of thing. That would be fun.
Anything that Julie from the New Orleans Real World does, we're gonna do private. We're just gonna follow her.
Did
life.
she? Okay, but I need to know,
Instagram.
Joseph. Did she have Lululemon pants on as she was touring these
Yes.
houses?
What is she
Lululemon
wearing,
leggings.
Joseph?
That's what I need to know. They're looking in Lake County, Wisconsin.
Wow.
The budget is $1.5 to $2 million.
Woo!
She got paid to do this season of Paramount Plus. It's all I have to say.
I think her husband's like some kind of optometrist, or he's into like something.
Or he might be on OnlyFans, because remember when she showed the picture of his eggplant, then it was a nice eggplant picture.
That's
Maybe the
true.
Mormon church like paid them like a huge settlement for them. They're like, Julie, just please stop mentioning you're Mormon, please.
So come back.
But my prediction is she stole more appearances from Melissa.
And that's true too. Yeah, probably all of the above. To be
Everybody.
She's getting it from Paramount Plus. From
and remember,
Melissa
she's
Jones.
that woman to those people now. That woman.
Exactly.
We also will be covering America Got Talent's episode of Marvin, or like that's going to happen. I want to know what this talent is.
So that's definitely why he got kicked out,
100%,
right? Is
100%.
because for those that aren't like active on Twitter and stuff, a video of him surfaced very quickly of him on the current season of America's Got Talent, and then maybe like an hour or two later, CBS is like, Marvin is out and Joseph is in. Welcome, Joseph. Like, this just goes to show how much these people do not do their jobs in like vetting like who these people are that they're casting for the shows. This is exactly how like Christy and Tommy get cast and they know each other beforehand. Like, these people just do not do their jobs. I'm telling you.
But let's take that one step further, Tyler. He's still in America's Got Talent.
Yes, it's
he's
the current
not been
season.
eliminated. He's still currently competing and says, I'm just going to go to a house for 84 days while I technically am supposed to be performing in this competition.
I thought I was giving my 14-year-old nephew breaking news this morning about Marvin not making it on. And he was like, oh, yeah, he's on AGT. He, apparently taking your shirt off and having abs and telling a couple of jokes like your comedian is like a talent. And
here's the best
Blake,
part.
Right?
He probably still never knows he was cast or kicked off of Big Brother.
He'd probably, he's like, oh, I made it to the AGT. Oh, I can't do this. I got to go.
He showed up and turned left instead of right and ended up on the wrong soundstage.
It's just so bizarre. And like, how does he like not, like, how did that not come up in conversation at all during any of the rounds of interviews? I'm sure they asked, like, have you been or currently on any reality television show for like another network? But also like this probably tells me that the sequester period was probably very short. If he's like currently in America's Got Talent, like he can't just like peace out.
America's
for, like,
Got Talent is not live though. You have to remember.
Oh, it's not?
No, it's not live. I mean,
it becomes live, yeah.
Yeah, it becomes live, but he could have been. They could have filmed this in January or February, March or something.
Okay.
And
that makes more sense.
He may not even make it to the live round. The point is, he is on another show right now. Yeah. And that's going to interfere with what NBC is doing. And I just want to say that NBC shows are way better than CBS.
I don't. But to your point, Tyler, one thing I do want to touch on that is you said they need to vet a little more. What I can say in that regards is agreed. But if casting has a gem, they don't want to reveal to another casting department that they have a gem because of this specific situation right here where you have competing contracts. So even if you don't plan on casting Marvin this year, you might want him in your pool for next year. So you don't want to be like, hey, America's Got Talent, I want you to check on this name to see if you have it, because of the fact that you don't want to lose him from your casting pool. So as much as I agree that they need to be vetted more, I can see how this one split through the cracks a little bit, just from I don't want to give you my secrets to what I think is a good cast for you to turn around and put in your cast.
Right.
I mean, if you Google his name, though, like if you just Google his name, I'm sure it comes up with Marvin, blah, 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 America's Got Talent.
It was sad.
Right?
It didn't before yesterday.
Listen, Marvin not making it on Big Brother and getting eliminated before the show even starts is more entertaining than what I just watched for an
hour and a half of the first episode.
Agree, but so Tyler, to what I heard was Marvin was released. NBC calls CBS and says, "Whoa, here's a contract," but nobody knew that he was in it yet.
God, how embarrassing!
Nobody, because there's no way to find that out. That was still locked and sealed. These aren't live episodes yet. So NBC calls CBS and says, whoa, you can't do this. So I don't think it was just something you could Google yet, because that wasn't public. He hasn't aired on TV.
Listen, he gets to hang out with Christy doing the Venomos or whatever the hell it is. What are they
cameos?
called?
Her price is now $25. I just looked. She has lowered.
What was she a year ago?
75.
75? And it took her 3 weeks to get to you? Because what is she doing? What are you doing,
busy.
Christy?
She's
Nothing.
dancing with Tasha Call, which is probably why she needs the cameo money.
And still hasn't been paid. Yeah.
You didn't pay her.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
yeah. Jackie, any more thoughts about this wonderful, jam-packed live premiere?
That's so classy. You said wonderful, jam-packed. It was a shit show. You can be a literal shit show. It was.
Yeah.
It was a blue shit show.
Big Brother lived up to their name tonight and actually created a shit show. And Valencia, girl, I love you. Listen to this.
Aww.
I just want y'all to know that I love y'all more than the new challenge right now because I'm not watching it completely. Listen.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch that after this.
We're gonna cover the Challenge USA on Fridays, starting this Friday. So if you're watching the Challenge USA, we're gonna do our best to cover that every Friday when we can. And we'll be back. We're trying to do live feeds, updates, and what's been going on, and spoiler updates and all that on Tuesdays. And then Thursday we'll do the eviction show, and then on Friday the Challenge USA. So we're going to be a little busy this summer, but
and don't get me wrong, you could hear some BB talk if something's happening on a Friday night. So
yeah. And we're also going to give our final thoughts on the Challenge All-Stars 3 on Friday, which ended today.
Tyler I haven't finished it.
I'll be there with you, Tyler.
It's okay. It's okay. It's
CBS
fine.
airs the Challenge
We're all
BB
tired.
on right now. It'll be after Big Brother on Wednesdays. I think it's going to be because Big Brother will be 8/7 Central on Wednesday, and then the Challenge USA will be 9/8 Central on Wednesdays.
I think so.
So yeah, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Well, we haven't confirmed. The only thing, yes, that is what I've understood, but we still haven't confirmed if the episodes will stay at an hour and a half or move to an hour. I love the Challenge.
I hope it's an hour.
I do too.
This for an hour,
but the Challenge hour and a half. I'll tell you, I was very excited more for the Challenge tonight than I was for Big Brother, and there's no way that the Challenge does not surpass the bar of what I just watched. And this will lead me straight into live feeds. So as a normal night one BB, I won't sleep tonight.
Xavier and if you're Indian, Javier and Tiffany did a house tour of the Challenge USA house. It is like a war bunker. They have 20 bunks in just a single open concrete space. So I'm excited. The production value looks pretty good for it. So I'm excited too.
I haven't read any spoilers. I've stayed out of it. I want to be surprised with the Challenge USA. So I don't want to know anything. And Kim, I believe Kim Matina, who, by the way, will be helping us with our live feeds, this Tuesday. Hopefully more than just this Tuesday, knock on wood. But so did it happen the night your husband brought you the cupcake? What?
I have no context for this.
I'm there. I know exactly what's going on this conversation, and I'm not touching this conversation.
Is this a little potty talk?
Kim is still stuck in the porta potty from Big Brother premiere tonight.
Listen. We can be nasty and raunchy if we want to be.
Jackie, you can plead the fifth against self-incrimination.
Oh, we're playing the music.
Kim, we'll talk about it.
Okay.
The formal social media announcement will be next Friday, but we'll talk about it later.
Kim, we love you. I can't wait to do the live feed update on Tuesday.
I love cupcakes.
Yeah, and
I'm not a fan of cupcakes.
I love cupcake sandwich.
I leave for camp on Friday, so for the first time ever, I'm gonna miss the first week of Big Brother. I'll be working a speech and debate camp in Florida, so this is my last coverage of Big Brother until almost a week. I won't be back to the Tuesday live feed, the second one.
Well, Andrew, you could tune in on Tuesday to watch our wonderful well-informed live feed update.
I will try,
Tuesday.
but I will be with 45 high school children on a college campus, and so we'll see how that goes.
I will. I'll have all the updates for all of us, except for updates about cupcakes, which I know nothing about. So
if there's one thing I'll say, and this is going to be my kind of swan song of this, of something that I've knocked most of the night, and I did give my disclaimer earlier. If there's one thing this twist does do, is it will jumpstart the feats. It will.
Yeah.
It will. There will be game talk tonight. There will be strategy talk tonight. There will be scrambling tonight. So if there's one thing that this twist does, is it should give us some entertaining feeds starting tonight.
Yes.
Cool.
And
I also think it could create the boys versus girls wedge.
Yeah.
With the gays in the middle and in power this week.
So who is Daniel nominating really quick if he's not nominating any of the backstage people? Real quick, and then we'll shut this down. We'll start Andrew, Jackie, then Tyler.
If he's not nominating any of the backstage people,
Yeah.
continuing on his same place, I would say Jasmine and whoever drops second in the endurance competition. That's the second way he could play it safe.
Indy? That would have been
Indy, yeah.
okay. Jackie?
Maybe he's going for physical strength. So Monty and maybe who else looks really strong right now? Kyle? They're two big guys, maybe? I don't know. But I think he wants to be friends with them, right?
I'm gonna say he's putting up Kyle and Terrence because he wants to set off the season on the right foot, and everybody's gonna say, why would we evict Terrence, this like kooky old man with a weird fedora hat, when we could take out this like big physical and social threat?
I agree.
I would love if Kyle's the first two.
Kyle, yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking hopefully it's Turner and
He's gonna protect Indy at all costs. I'm telling
Kyle.
you. I'm telling you. Daniel is gonna he will keep her safe.
I do think that unfortunately I do feel Terrence is in danger.
Adrian brings up a good point. Daniel says in Mike Bloom's article that he doesn't want to work with the macho men. So
maybe he's going to put up the macho men. I don't know.
Yeah. We'll see.
For once, I really don't know. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I can't give you information. All right,
So,
we're done.
Another great question. Sorry, you keep saying you're done. I keep bringing something else.
No, you're fine. Go ahead.
The twist always usually creates a competition that showed on the Sunday night episode, but this twist doesn't give us that. They usually always try to give us a comp on Sunday, Thursday, and Wednesday, and this twist doesn't set up for any kind of comp. So it's kind of interesting to see what that's going to do from an editing standpoint for Tuesday or Wednesday.
That's a good point, and thank God. Like, I'm so happy to get these like Sunday episodes back that aren't like a stupid comp that doesn't matter. Like, I would rather just get to know these house guests, you know? I'm okay with it.
Kim Matina,
Bring back the have-not comp.
Turner does. He's rocking the Joe Exotic look. I agree. Kid Rock and Joe Exotic had a baby. It's Turner.
I'll shut up now, Allison. I just thought of that. We don't really have a Sunday night comp or a comp for that.
Oh, no, you're fine.
That's a good
You're
thought.
fine.
It's a good,
Listen, I'm all here for it. And BB says he will nominate 2 people who don't like Elvis. Damn right. You deserve to be nominated if you don't like Elvis.
Have you seen the movie yet, Allison?
I'm waiting to see that with my father this weekend. But I will say my acting teacher, Red West, who was Elvis's best friend since childhood, I love watching these movies because he will be portrayed. He's passed 5 years ago, but he will be portrayed in this film. There's an actor playing Red West, and I always enjoy that because that's my connection to Elvis. And I will say that Red West did tell me at one point that Elvis would have loved me. He would have thought I was a trip, and he would have kept me around just to make him giggle. And that made me happy because I see Elvis different from everybody else because of my people that I know. But anyway, that's my Elvis story. Anyway, so
On that note, peace out, y'all.
Okay, bye, Jackie. Love you,
Bye-bye.
girl. You go your business.
See ya.
All right.
Yeah, I'm
Bye,
sorry.
Christy.
Yeah.
It's past our
Oh, we're
bedtime.
still live.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I took a Valium a few hours ago because my nerves were shot. I almost killed myself in the shower. Tyler.
None of your business says he would have loved you tender.
He would have.
Is
I'm
none
not
of
his
your
type,
business the new
but-
Finley's balls or something?
Well, Finley's Balls is out of town right now, so you know who that is, right? Y'all know who Finley's Balls.
And is none of your business Jason Derulo?
Jason Derulo is Rory the Virgin. I mean Virgo. Oh, Rory.
I know Rory's going to love that you just said that. It's the Valium. It's the Valium.
I took y'all.
I'm sure he has a wonderful love life.
You see this big old thing on my elbow? I almost broke my elbow. I'm 4'11", so I'm in my stand-up shower, and I've got
On the stool.
on the stool, and these shelves that are built in that hold the shampoo. Well, on a normal person, they come up to your ribs or whatever. Me, they're right there at my elbow, and I'm, really getting into cleaning my ass apparently with my loofah. It flies right into it. It hurt so bad. I gagged. I tinkled a little in the shower, and I thought I was going to puke. And man, it is starting to hurt. I may be in trouble. I don't know.
Oh, we got an update. Julie got her party house. Spencer gave in. It was $1.685 million. They paid $1.57.
Sorry, Rory. You're not a virgin.
Homecoming.
I know you're not. Not from
Ethan,
experience, but I know. Okay, I'm sorry. Julie got the house. Spencer gave in.
Yeah.
Was she wearing the Lululemons, though? That's what I need to know.
We don't know the answer yet, but I feel like this is a great point to see you on Friday night for our Challenge USA recap.
I won't be here because my father's going to be in town. Miss me, but you'll see me Tuesday.
Yeah. I'll be here. We'll have a good time. All right. We'll see you guys on Friday. Take care. Bye-bye.